soccer semifinal matchup between the visiting number 4 seed Benedictine College Ravens We ask that all players, coaches, and spectators abide by the NAIA Champions of Character values, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. And now at this time, we ask everyone who is able to please rise and remove your hats for a prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem. Almighty God, you have created us to strive for our best. Grant all athletes, coaches, fans, and officials the strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm. Help us to honor you in all we do on and off the field, and make us witnesses to your glory. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. And now it's time to meet the starters for today's contest. First, Benedictine College. In goal, a graduate student, number 1, Madison Smith. A defender, a senior, number 3, Elizabeth Mafood. At midfield, a freshman, number 5, Ella Bronger. At midfield, a freshman, number 8, Taya Big Knife. At midfield, a senior, all-conference second-team selection, number 9, Christine Darby. At midfield, a senior, number 14, Lizzie Gurish. At forward, a sophomore, number 18, Molly Finley. At midfield, a freshman, all-conference third-team selection, number 21, Rowan Joyce. At defender, a junior, all-conference second-team selection, number 22, Eva Andrews. At defender, a sophomore, all-conference third-team selection, number 24, Reagan Messenger. And at defender, a junior, wearing number 38, Grace Heeb. The Ravens are led by head coach Hunter Nail. He's assisted by Matt Rickey and Caitlin Williams Mosier. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Central Methodist Eagles. A defender, a junior, wearing number 3, Irina Reed. A defender, a junior, all-conference first-team selection, number 4, Norea Munoz. At midfield, a junior, all-conference first-team selection, number 6, Jenna Brower. A defender, a senior, number 7, Suzu Narusawa. At midfield, a sophomore, all-conference second-team selection, number 8, Sarah Garcia. And forward, a graduate, all-conference second-team selection, number 12, Louisa Schau. At midfield, a senior, number 13, Maya Heinrichsen. At midfield, a senior, number 14, Mocha Ishii. At defender, a graduate, all-conference first-team selection and newcomer of the year, number 20, Rika Baratz. At forward, a junior, all-conference first-team selection and the 2025 Player of the Year, number 21, Mariana Moreno. In goal, a sophomore, number 30, Brooke Azur. Your Eagles are led by the 2025 Coach of the Year, Dan Schmidlin. He is assisted by Tyler Watkins and Joe O'Sullivan. Best of luck to both squads.
right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Davis Field here on the beautiful campus of Central Methodist University. We've got Heart of America Women's Soccer Conference Tournament action here this afternoon between the number 4 seeded Benedictine College Ravens and your number 1 seed and regular season champions Central Methodist Eagles. This is Rachel Moore, Assistant AD and Director of Athletic Communications, bringing you the call today. Sorry if I seem a little bit flat, a little bit under the weather, but we'll get through it and bring you a great game and a great call. So, Cam Jean doing a great job as always with pre-game announcements and introductions. Took a little bit longer because we went through the all-conference selections for both Benedictine College and CMU. CMU, of course, finished with 7 total all-conference selections, including the Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, Mariana Barreto, the Newcomer of the Year, and Rika Protz. And, of course, Coach of the Year for the 5th time in his career, Coach Dan Schmidlin. Should be a good one. Winner heads to the conference tournament title game. CMU will serve as the 1 seed, wearing black kits with the gray trim going from right to left on your screen. Benedictine and the white kits with the red numbers going from left to right on your screen. Again, Benedictine enters this contest with a 13-4-2 record, finished 7-2-1 in conference play. And CMU 15-1-2, 12-0-1 in the Heart of America. Their lone, I wouldn't know if I'd necessarily call it a blemish, but a non-win in conference play was a 2-2 tie to Missouri Valley. These teams met previously on October 15th in Atchison. It was a 2-1 win for the Eagles. Official checks his whistle, and we will get ready, and we will get things started here at Davis Field. So like I said, winner of this game heads to the Hart Tournament Championship. CMU started off the tournament with a 3-0 win over Mount Mercy in the quarterfinals. Benedictine took on a very stingy Park team. That was a 1-0 win for the Ravens with a second half goal in Atchison. All higher seeds advanced. And in the nightcap of our semifinal will be number 3 seeded MNU against number 2 seeded Missouri Valley. Have to wait for the conclusion of tonight's festivities to see who will be playing, obviously, but that is a 7 o'clock first kick, not too far away over in Marshall, as that ball skips out of bounds, and it'll be a throw in for Irina Reith. Again, Benedictine, led by head coach Hunter Nail in his second season. He was previously an assistant coach at Texas A&M Corpus Christi, which is a Division I program down in South Texas and Padre Island. Meanwhile, Coach Dan Schmidlin and his staff, I think Dan's in year 17 or 18. First year was in 2007. Again, a 5-time Hart Coach of the Year. As Reith is going to throw this one in. Kicks it off to Brower. Schaup with the shot, but deflected. And goes back the other way to Munoz. Munoz did not play in the quarterfinal matchup against Mount Mercy, but is back out there today. Again, both of these teams met in last year's semifinal. It was a 4-1 win for the Eagles in Atchison. Again, these teams know each other well, but the past 3 trips have been played up in Atchison, so it's been a while since we've seen the Ravens here in Fayette, but rivalry renewed. Ball sent to Heinrichsen, now to Schaup. Schaup had a brace in the last game. Sent back the other way. Brower up to Garcia. Good pass from Brower. Garcia with the shot. Tipped in. And that's going to be a goal for Mariana Barreto. So Heinrichsen to Garcia. Looked like Garcia was going to take that initial shot, but just found the perfect spot for Barreto. And CMU is on the board just 4 minutes into this game. The reigning Hart Player of the Year and Offensive Player of the Year gets CMU on the board. CMU with a 1-0 lead here over the Ravens in this semifinal matchup. Again, good job by Jenna Brower, first team selection, to slip a ball to Garcia. And initially I didn't see Barreto there on the far side, but that's why I'm up here in the booth and not down in the field. But a good touch by Garcia and just a simple tap in, almost like a basketball play to Barreto for the easy put in. And again, CMU a 1-0 lead. They jump on teams quickly here, and today is no different. Again, talking about our other semifinal, Missouri Valley versus MNU. Missouri Valley serving as the 2 seed. Vikings took care of business against number 7 seed at Missouri Baptist. 5-0 win last Wednesday in Marshall. And then looking at Mid-America versus Clark, that was the 3-6 matchup. MNU coming away with a 2-1 win in that quarterfinal. And again, if you follow any of the men's action, it's going to be a good championship game between MNU and Baker, and I think that's going to be either later tonight or possibly Monday. I can't remember exactly, but again, those schools about 20 minutes from each other. Very similar rivalry to CMU and what Missouri Valley do on a yearly basis. So again, that should be a good one if you're a fan of just Heart of America soccer in general. A little bit of pressure from Benedictine. Reith sends that up to Brower. A little bit of a back pass. Heinrichsen gets it to Reith over here on the near side. Reith to Garcia. Good move by Garcia, second team selection this year. Quickly turned over though. And that is Grace Heeb with it. Tries to send a ball upfield. Good defense by Heinrichsen. Again, looking at Benedictine's record, 13-4-2 overall, 8-3-2 in Heart of America play. Their 3 losses came to the 3 teams that are obviously higher seeded than them in the conference tournament. A 3-1 loss to Missouri Valley, a 3-1 loss to Mid-America, and then obviously a 2-1 loss to CMU. So other than that, have been pretty steady and a pretty consistent program over the past 10 to 15 years with Coach Lincoln Robley and now head coach Hunter Nail. Again, if you're just now joining us, CMU with a 1-0 lead over Benedictine here in the Hart Tournament semifinals off of a tap-in goal from Mariana Barreto just 4 minutes into this one, assists by Jenna Brower and Sarah Garcia. Again, good ball movement by the Eagles. And that was Christine Zendarczyk. Foul called against CMU, and I believe that was Barreto, so it'll be a free kick for Benedictine. That's going to be Lizzie Gresh on the free kick from about the 42. Ref blows his whistle, and we'll resume play here in just a hot second. Gresh sends this one upfield. Reith sends it right back the other way, and Barreto giving chase. She's got 4 or 5 Benedictine defenders to deal with, and that ball gets sent back. Narusawa to Heinrichsen, goes out of play, and that'll be a throw-in for Benedictine. So again, CMU women's soccer obviously playing here today and in a Hart semifinal game, chance to go back to the conference tournament title game. CMU volleyball is also starting their postseason run today. That's a quarterfinal matchup. They are the 4 seed. They will host number 5 seeded Park University. As that ball is turned over, and it's Schaup with it now. Schaup was looking for Barreto. Deflected, but right to the feet of Heinrichsen. Good defense by Gresh and Benedictine. Again, CMU just a very high pressure offense and very hard to get any balls back on the defense, but an opportunity here. Ball goes out of play. Be a quick throw in for Munoz. Again, Munoz, Brower, Garcia, all conference selections, as well as Rika Protz, the newcomer of the year. A graduate student, but first year playing for the Eagles. And she's got some work to deal with here. Again, good defense by Burkesur to come out and grab that, and it'll just be a simple roll over to Protz. Again, CMU 15-1-2 overall, 12-0-1 in the Heart of America. Their lone non-win in conference play was a 2-2 tie against Missouri Valley back on September 17th. CMU had a 2-1 win as Barreto's with it now. Barreto chips one over off of the crossbar. And Benedictine's lucky they're not down 2-0 because that was a quick jailbreak for CMU and Barreto. Goalkeeper was a little bit off of her line, so Barreto just figured she'd flick it over the goalkeeper's head and almost had it, but just off the crossbar, and we'll continue playing on. CMU with a 1-0 lead. Barreto not too happy with herself there, but I have to imagine she'll probably get a few more cracks at it today. We'll just have to wait and see. But Benedictine and CMU, Missouri Valley, and MNU, the top 4 seeds in this conference tournament, traditionally have been the powers in the Heart of America. That's Ishii looking for Barreto. Good defense by Messenger. Messenger, sophomore defender. Having to compete with the Hart Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year. 2 first-team selections up on the front line. CMU's lone blemish on the year was a 4-0 loss to Oklahoma Wesleyan, the Eagles of OKW, top 5 program at the time. I think they were number 4 when that game took place, so very rare loss for a usually pretty tough CMU squad, but since then they have been cruising, winners of 10 consecutive matches, dating back to a 4-0 shutout against Clark University on September 20th in Dubuque. That's Ishii. As the rain starts to come down here, again, the rain's starting to come down here. Barreto sends one in, punched out by the goalkeeper. Brower almost had a shot, but again, good defense by Benedictine to send that one back out. Again, looking at Benedictine's schedule, since their 2-1 loss to CMU on October 15th, they are winners of 3 of their last 4. Their lone tie was a 0-0 draw against the Grandview Vikings on homecoming. See, that ball skirts over the goalpost as the rain comes down here. I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but we can sure see it here on the backdrop of the November trees here in mid-Missouri. Reith sends that ball upfield to looking for Garcia. Again, good defense by Zendarczyk, senior midfielder. CMU, prior to this, had rattled off 4 straight conference tournament championships and 5 consecutive Hart regular season titles. Lost to Missouri Valley in the conference tournament title game in 2023, and then lost to Mid-America in last year's title game. And looking at Benedictine, again, two teams that have been at the top of the Heart of American women's soccer. Benedictine from 2014 to 2018, 5 conference tournament championships, and from 2013 to 2016, 4 regular season championships, as well as 2018. That was kind of the team that CMU had to get over the hump to get on top of the conference, and eventually was able to do that in 2019 in the tournament championship game, and have held a pretty firm spot on the top of the conference. Ball goes out of play, so it'll be throw in for CMU. Reith with a lot of space at about the 50, now at the 45. Over to Brower. Brower sends a ball up to Naurasawa. Headed back by Reagan Messenger. Goes out of play, but again will be a CMU throw-in. So an interesting stat. Since 2014, there's always been a representative from either Benedictine or CMU in the tournament championship. It's Garcia. Cleared out by Benedictine, but a short pass. Turned over. Brower comes up with it. Garcia with a shot. But right at Madison Smith, a graduate goalkeeper. Right in the breadbasket there. Again, Benedictine, I say that because of 2014 to 2018, 5 conference tournament championships. CMU from 2019 to 2022, 4 straight conference tournament championships, but the last 2 years they've been in the title game, so I don't know what that total number is, but quite a bit. So again, representative of 2 of the top programs here today doing a semifinal battle, but Missouri Valley's come on strong the past 2 or 3 years. MNU's made a run. And again, it's your 1, 2, 3, 4 seeds all advancing. Just about 20 minutes gone here in half number 1. If you're just now joining us, CMU with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of a tap-in goal from junior forward Mariana Bretto in just the 5th minute of play, assist by Sarah Garcia. And we'll give it to Jenna Brower, too. Kind of depends on who you talk to. Some folks are fans of the double assists, some aren't. But in my opinion, if they play a piece in the goal scoring and you've got the option, go ahead and give it to them. But again, Benedictine with a little bit of a jailbreak. Good defense by Munoz. Again, CMU in the all-black kits with the gray trim and gray numbers. Moving from right to left on your screen. Benedictine in the all-whites with the red numbers. Moving from left to right on your screen. And Brower goes down. That's Brogner. Ella Brogner looking for a teammate, freshman midfielder, just a little bit too far out in front, but again, still a dangerous spot for Benedictine. Brogner with the shot. Finds the back of the net. That's the equalizer. At the 23:32 mark, freshman midfielder Ella Brogner had the initial touch on it, a little bit too far out in front, but good job by a teammate to send that one back in. And Brogner just finds the back of the net, sneaks it past a Sewer, and we've got a 1-1 ball game here in the first half. Big time goal from the freshman. Again, ball not struck super hard, but Again, just got enough to find the back of the net. We'll have a couple substitutions. Peyton Vogelbacher and Isabella Agudelo coming on for Benedictine. Those are the first two subs of the afternoon. And I told you we'd have a good one. One of these two will reach the Hart Tournament Championship. And believe it or not, that was Benedictine's first shot and shot on goal, and it finds the back of the net. See if it get it pulled up on the stats here. Might just take a minute or two to upload. Foul committed against Benedictine, and we'll have a free kick for the Eagles. There we go. So Brogner, that's just her second goal of the year, but what a time to get it in the Hart Tournament semifinals. Against a team that does not concede many goals and scores a lot. So CMU, again, a team that gives up less than a goal a game, averaged 0.72 goals against average, while scoring almost 3.5 a game. We'll see if the Eagles can respond, as Coach Schmidlin's going to make a host of substitutions here. Looks like we'll have 4: Pascal Rodriguez, Grace Elder, Lauren Berger. And I'll see, there's one more. I'll see if I can get that sub for you guys. Number 18, Beatrice Ime, will come on as well. So Ime, Rodriguez, Elder, and Berger will come on. They will replace Munoz, Schaup, Ishii, and Garcia. Additionally, Madison Casey, senior midfielder, will come on for Benedictine here at some point. We'll see how the Eagles can respond. Reith with the throw-in, was looking for Rodriguez, but tapped back by Grace Heeb. 21 left here in half number 2, and take about a 15-minute break in between halves, and we'll read you some quick stats, and we'll get on with half number 2. And again, for those in town or in the Fayette area today, we've got, again, women's soccer here at 1 o'clock, and then go grab some lunch or maybe a early dinner, and then head on over to Puckett Fieldhouse, as Benedictine's got a little bit of a breakaway. That's number 20, Peyton Vogelbacher. Vogelbacher finds the back of the net. Reagan Vogelbacher, junior forward, a jailbreak for Benedictine. And Benedictine has answered with consecutive goals in about a 5-minute span. 2-1 lead for Benedictine. Again, just a ball sent over the top. And a jailbreak for Benedictine, and 2 quick goals in succeeding fashion. And CMU's going to have to regroup here if they want to find the equalizer. Still plenty of time, though. Only about 20 minutes. 25 minutes gone here in half number 1, so plenty of time, but they'll need to regroup and settle down. Foul committed against Benedictine, against CMU, so Eagles will have a free kick from about the 35. This is a dangerous spot for Benedictine. That's going to be Heinrichsen, sends a ball in. Barreto with the header. Not enough on that one. Peyton Vogelbacher, a first-team selection at the forward position, provides the go-ahead goal for Benedictine. Again, another foul against CMU. Protz will send this one just towards the edge of the box. Not too many Eagles home inside the box. Barreto is right there, but cleared. Again, Munoz, the one normally taking those free kicks from that distance, but instead it's been Heinrichsen or Protz. Rodriguez. Foul called on Jenna Brower. Again, the winner of this one will compete in the tournament championship this coming Wednesday. Of course, if CMU were to win, they would host the winner of MNU or Missouri Valley. And if Benedictine wins, they will go to either Missouri Valley or MNU as the 4 seed. They will remain on the road. And hard tackle there by Benedictine. Official doesn't call it. Ball sent upfield. That's Ime. She's got Rodriguez and Barreto. Good move by Ime. Ime to Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking for Barreto. Cleared out by Benedictine. That's Heinrichsen. And no call. Again, you can see the offensive pressure has been pushed up as we'll have 2 more Benedictine substitutions. Number 25, Mary Loafman, and number 30, Annie Wilkin. So a number of substitutions for both sides here in half number 1. Again, if you're just now joining us, CMU on the board first with a goal from Mariana Barreto in the 4th minute of play. But consecutive goals from Benedictine in the 22nd and 25th minutes. Ella Brogner and Peyton Vogelbacher have given the Ravens a 2-1 lead here over the number 1 seed. Brower looking for Rodriguez. Good defense by Elizabeth Mahfood. And they're going to call Benedictine for a foul. Benedictine bench doesn't agree with it, but again, a good spot for a free kick here if you are a CMU fan. You're going to have Barreto and Heinrichsen and Protz as well. Official providing instruction. Madison Smith providing instruction to her wall. We'll see. We've got Heinrichsen and Barreto both set to take it. That's Barreto with the shot. Right off of the chest of Smith. Again, you have to wonder if the weather plays a little bit of an impact in this one, as can't quite get as much traction on the ball as you normally would if it was dry. But it's an outdoor sport. What can you expect? Now Narusawa to Berger. Goes out of play. It'll go to Benedictine on a quick throw-in. Protz back to Reith. Reith over to Grace Elder. Turned over. Take a big knife with it. Peyton Vogelbacher. Vogelbacher with Protz defending and Reith there as well, providing support. Again, not enough help there for Vogelbacher. That ball is sent back upfield. And that'll be number 5, Belen Castillo. She will replace Suzu Narusawa. Belen, a sophomore defender out of Malaga, Spain. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that town correctly, but if not, go ahead and feel free to give me a shout out. And they'll call Barreto for the foul. We'll get a stoppage in play on the clock. And I think we're going to have a conversation between Rodriguez and our center judge here. Say very adamant with whatever he's telling Rodriguez. She says, all right. Backs up to play defense, and we'll get a free kick for Benedictine on their half of the field. It's Eim who was looking for Brower. Now to Reith here on the near side. Turned over and goes back to Benedictine, and you can see that the Ravens have settled in nicely here. Good ball movement from Benedictine, and CMU trying to play catch up, and that's Vogelbacher. Peyton Vogelbacher with a shot. Just over the top of the crossbar, goes through the football goalpost. So if we were playing American football, that's 3 quick points, but obviously we're not, so just a simple goal kick for the Eagles. But you can see the speed and the quick counters that Benedictine will come up with, and Peyton Vogelbacher sure providing a spark for Benedictine team that was quieted early but has since responded nicely with consecutive goals here in the first half and has put the number 1 seed on their heels. That's Elder looking for Rodriguez. Rodriguez keeps it in play. And they call Barreto for, I guess, an elbow of sorts. Again, good run there by CMU. Luana Jarlene, freshman forward out of Paraguay, set to come in for CMU's. We're just under 11 minutes here in half number 1. And they'll call CMU for another foul, and you can see the chippiness has started to come on. Again, at least one of these teams has represented in the Hart Tournament Championship Finals since 2013 or 2014. And it's Eim. Benedictine is awarded the throw-in. Okay, we'll get a throw in. I don't think we've had a corner kick yet today. That'll be number 9, Christine Zendarczyk. And we will get our first corner of the day. Zendarczyk sends this one in, headed. Actually ends up over everyone's head, so no harm, no foul there. If you're an Eagle fan, that trickles out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for CMU on the far side. Be number 19, Luana Jarline. She will enter this game. And it looks like she's going to replace Lauren Berger, number 24. Barreto with about 3 defenders on her. They'll call Benedictine for a foul. Again, something I always find interesting. Yeah, you commit the foul and the offense still gets to keep the ball, but you slow down the run of play. So I always feel like fouls, if you're the offensive team pushing forward, would wind you up. You'd rather not have them. But again, good strategy though. It'll be a free kick. Barreto right there. Sent back out. And it's Heinrichsen. And Castillo. And too far out of bounds, and that'll be a... Or I guess it'll stay in as a CMU throw-in. So deflected by a Benedictine player. And as we hit the 7:30 mark of the first half, CMU a trailing 2-1 here in this Hart Tournament semifinal. Get a foul called against Benedictine, so free kick for CMU. Again, it'll be Heinrichsen or Castillo to take this. Heinrichsen puts her arms up as Castillo with a fake. Heinrichsen sends one in. I'm right there. Heinrichsen to Jarline. And more substitution this time for Benedictine number 16, Rose Lopez, freshman midfielder. She is going to replace Peyton Vogelbacher. Vogelbacher with the go-ahead goal for the Ravens in the 25th minute of play here in the first half. Again, CMU pinned deep in their own final third. Castillo with a throw into Protz. Protz sends that one upfield. Again, looking for Barreto. Again, just good defensive pressure by Benedictine, and they've been able to turn defense into offense with 2 quick goals in just a 4-minute span to come up with a 2-1 lead. We'll see if CMU can respond. Brower looking for Jarline. Jarline over to Barreto, headed out. Again, good physical play by both sides here. Goes back upfield to Protz, now to Castillo on the far side. Barreto. Heinrichsen. Bretto. Bretto sends one in. Jarlene hits the play clock on the far side there. Goes out of play, so it'll be a goal kick for Madison Smith. Again, winner of this one heads to the Hart Tournament Championship. If CMU wins, they will host the winner of Missouri Valley and MNU. Wednesday night, if Benedictine wins, they will be on the road as the 4 seed. They'll take on either the Pioneers in Olathe or Missouri Valley. Again, that second semifinal match will take place at 7 o'clock this evening. So a little bit of a extended wait time to see who the second finalist will be. Again, still about 48 minutes to determine the first finalist. Elder. Brower with it now. Reith. Elder. A little bit of space, and she's got some speed. Up to Jarlene. She's got Barreto on her right. Not sure what the communication was there. Jarlene perhaps just trying to take a shot, but again, a low roller right to Madison Smith. We'll get a elbow call on the Ravens, so quick free kick taken by Protz. Sent back out by Mahfood. And about 2.5 minutes left here in half number 1. Again, we'll give you some quick stats as we wrap up the half and take about a 15-minute break, and we'll get you back for second half action. Heinrichsen to Rodriguez. Goes out of play. He'll stay with Benedictine, and Reagan Messenger will throw it in for BC. Ball sent up. That's Jarlene. She's got Barreto on her left. Good defense by Mahfood. Goes out of play, and it doesn't result in a corner kick, but will be a throw-in as indicated by the center official here. Again, you'd much rather have a throw-in versus a corner kick. Corner kicks provide more opportunities at set pieces. As we're a little under 90 seconds left here in half number 1, that is Irina Reith on the throw-in. She'll send it up to Protz. Back to Protz, I should say. Protz sends one in. It's deflected. And Benedictine will just elect to take a CMU throw-in at midfield. Brower, under 20 seconds left here. See if CMU can find one last shot. Brower. Right at Smith as the 10-second countdown is on. So as we head into the halftime break, CMU trails Benedictine 2-1 in this Heart semifinal matchup. CMU with the early goal from Mariana Barreto, but back-to-back goals from Ella Brogner and Peyton Vogelbacher give Benedictine a 2-1 lead here in this Heart semifinal matchup. So we'll take a quick break, about 15 minutes here in between halves. We'll be right back here listening to CMU Eagles Women's Soccer here on the Urban Edge Network. right, second half action about to be underway here at Davis Field. CMU trails Benedictine in this Hart Tournament final by a score of 2-1. Some quick stats for you. 8 shots for CMU in the first half, 6 of those coming on goal. Just 3 shots and 2 shots on goal for Benedictine. But both of those shots on goal have found the back of the net. So we will see if CMU can respond here in this Hart Tournament Championship. Again, this is Rachel Moore, Assistant AD and Director of Athletic Communications here at Central, bringing you the call. Benedictine in the all-white kits with the red trim, going from right to left on your screen. CMU in the all-blacks with the gray, going from left to right. So switching sides here. Goalkeeper switch for CMU. Brooke Assur played the first 45 minutes of action, but she is replaced by sophomore keeper Abigail Hunt. So not sure why the switch there, but Abigail Hunt getting her first action in goal today. We'll see if CMU can respond here with an equalizer. So we'll get a foul on Benedictine. And Munoz played in the first half but was subbed out about midway through. Looks like she will take this free kick. Munoz and Barreto, both there, two very strong offensive presence, even though Munoz serves as a defender. She can really strike a ball well on a free kick and has done well this year so far. So we'll see what's been drawn up here. So Barreto with the fake, Munoz with the shot, finds the back of the net, and business as usual for Nerea Munoz. She ties this thing back up on a free kick from about 15 yards out, just 2 minutes and 11 seconds into this game. And like I said, business as usual for the junior from Madrid, Spain. Finds the equalizer, and just like that, we are knotted up in 2 here in this Hart Tournament final. Shades of CMU versus Mid-America Nazarene as time was ticking down in Olathe. Again, Munoz just curls that one into the upper left corner, and nothing that Smith can do about that one. There's just some spots that the keepers aren't going to be able to get to, and Munoz once again provides an offensive spark for her team. CMU and Benedictine knotted at 2 apiece. So again, looks like the only change for CMU was the keeper position, with Abigail Hunt getting the second half start. And foul committed against Benedictine, or against CMU, so CMU free kick. And again, you can already see the adjustments that Coach Schmidlin and his staff have made here in the second half. More of an offensive pressure. Of course, when you have all your starters back in, that always helps as well. So Abigail Hunt, sophomore goalkeeper out of Manchester in the UK, from about the 45 of the football lines, take this one. She sends this one into the box. There was Garcia and Protz. Protz with the strike well right of goal out wide, and that'll be a free kick for Madison Smith. Barreto. Ishii to Munoz. Munoz sends one into the box. She's got Narusawa. And Mocha Ishii as the ball sent back out. And they'll call Ishii for the foul. As Benedictine's got a shot to go the other way, and so we'll get a stoppage in play as a Benedictine player is down on the far side. I don't know if she slipped on the track or the turf, but went down, and she is not getting up, so we'll check on her and take a quick break in the action. We'll be right back. You're listening to CMU Eagles Women's Soccer here on the Hart Conference Network. All right, so she is back up on her feet. Always good to see. We'll resume action. 39:55 left here in the second half. Again, plenty of time left, but I believe if we go into a tie, we'll play 2 10-minute overtime periods followed by penalty kicks. But I have to imagine that someone's going to score here in the final. In the final 40 minutes, these teams are just too powerful offensively to let one into the tie and go to penalty kicks. But we'll see. Munoz. Brower. Brower, good move by Brower. Up to Garcia. Ishii with a shot. And it's in! Mocha Ishii off the far post, deflects, and then goes into the other side of the net. Number 14, Mocha Ishii with the go-ahead goal for CMU at the 39:09 mark of the second half, and a little bit of luck there for CMU in the right spot at the right time. It looked like that ball was going to deflect off the post, but she just got enough of that ball on the inside part, and it deflected back in. And again, a tough spot for Madison Smith. Always hard to judge a soccer ball when it's coming off of a post, hard to read, but CMU a 3-2 lead here. 2 quick goals, mirroring what Benedictine did in the first half, and CMU's got a 3-2 lead here. And I told you someone was going to score. It's just a matter of time as we resume action. Reith sends that ball upfield. It'll be a throw-in. Again, Mocha Ishii, a senior midfielder from Japan. And what a time to get your first goal as an Eagle. 2 full seasons in the midfield. She's got 1 assist in each of her 2 seasons with CMU. But first goal, and you can see the elation on her faces. I don't think she was expecting it to go in, but a lucky bounce off the far post there. Again, still plenty of time for Benedictine to respond. Ball goes out of play. Or excuse me, it'll be a free kick for Benedictine. Benedictine coach Hunter Nail pleading his case with the side official here, our fourth official. Protz. And there's Schaup. Getting that ball sent up. It was right at Eva Andrews, but Andrews did not see Schaup lurking. Ball still in play. That's Garcia. Keeps it in play for CMU, but now turned over to Benedictine. Protz. Munoz. Schaup. Brower back to Reith. Brower. Some space up the far sideline. Brower and Barreto both serving as team captains. Now Ursawa up to Schaup. Barreto tries to flick it back into play, but right at Madison Smith. Again, foul on Benedictine, so Munoz with a free kick opportunity from about the 35 on the near sideline. Ball sent in. Schaup. Now Ursawa. Right at Madison Smith, though. She'll quickly roll that ball up, and Benedictine with their 2 goals via almost a fast break, if you're thinking basketball, turned defense into offense very quickly, and you have to think that was probably the idea they were looking at there, but it goes back to the way of CMU, and CMU is really cinched down on the defensive pressure here, at least in the first 12 minutes of half number 2. Again, a lot of soccer still to be played yet in this tournament semifinal. Again, you've got 2 first-team selections anchoring your defensive back line. We'll get a stoppage in play. So I think we maybe have some blood on a jersey, so a quick sub for Benedictine. That'll be number 10, Isabella Agudelo. She will replace number 21, Rowan Yos, I should say, excuse me. Jenna Brower will provide the corner kick here for CMU. Brower sends this one into the box, headed by Barreto, I think. Does not find the back of the net. Still in play, though, Barreto. Schaup right there as well. Still in play. Benedictine tries to clear, but still in harm's way, and will stay with CMU on a throw-in. And we will get perhaps a stoppage in play, maybe not. That is Barreto down, grabbing at her ankle. Thank you. So a free kick opportunity, Barreto and Munoz. Barreto with the fake. Munoz finds the back of the net once again. 2 goals from Munoz, both on free kicks. She finds the upper right corner. And just like that, CMU has doubled their lead in this Hearts semifinal matchup. Again, just business as usual for the junior from Madrid, Spain. Just paints the ball in the upper right corner of the net. Nothing the keeper can do about that one. CMU a 4-2 lead. Wow. It looks effortless. It looks so easy when it comes off of the foot. But I have to imagine that's one of the toughest shots in soccer to take, because you've got to get it up over the wall. Usually you'll put your tallest players in that wall to try to block that and somehow paint it perfectly into that upper corner. And she did just that. And again, there are just some spots that a keeper cannot reach. And Munoz has found the sweet spot twice today. CMU a 4-2 lead. 3 second-half goals for CMU. We'll see how Benedictine can respond. Down a pair now, as the Ravens will have a shot at a free kick from about the 23. This ball is sent into the box. Munoz heads it away. Protz is going to send it back upfield. little dangerous spot there for Rika Protz, and the CMU defense. Coach Hunter Nail is imploring the fourth official for a call, but they say no, play on, and visible frustration there for Benedictine as they look to get back into this one. Ball sent in. Good clearance by Munoz, but again, Benedictine cranking up the offensive pressure here after 3 goals from CMU in the 48th, 51st, and 61st minutes. Another free kick opportunity for Benedictine. Ball sent into the box, headed out by Heinrichsen. Over the head of Messenger and Schaup, and the Eagles look to counter. Garcia up to perhaps Heinrichsen or Pascal Rodriguez. Good job by Madison Smith just to grab that ball. Heinrichsen sends the ball upfield, and she's got, again, Schaup and Rodriguez. But Eva Andrews will just elect that one roll out of the back of the end zone. 2 substitutions for CMU, number 5, Belen Castillo, and number 18, Beatrice Eim. They will replace number 6, team captain Jenna Brower, and number 3, Irina Reith. So we'll see if those substitutions change the way that CMU decides to approach this final 26 minutes of action. Again, if you're just now tuning in, I said it was going to be a wild second half. There's no way that someone's not going to come away with scoring a couple of goals, and CMU answered with 3 in quick succession. Madison Casey and number 30, Annie Wilkin, checking in for Benedictine. So to recap, if you're just now joining us, CMU started off the goal scoring in the first half with a goal from Mariana Barreto, assisted by Sarah Garcia and Jenna Brower in the 4th minute of play. CMU held on to that lead for about 18 minutes until the 22nd and 25th minutes, when Benedictine scored consecutive goals on counterattacks, turning defense into offense. Held a 2-1 lead at the halftime break, despite CMU having more of a shot on, or more shots in terms of just a total. And then CMU again making quick adjustments in that second half. In the 47th, 48th minute, Munoz ties it up with her classic free kick from about 15 yards out. That was in the 48th minute. Less than 3 minutes later, Mocha Ishii sneaks a ball into the far post, which deflects back in to give CMU a 3-2 lead. And then Munoz, again, business as usual for the junior. Another free kick. Finds the upper right part of the corner, and that's where we've got our scoreline currently at. CMU 12 shots total. Very efficient in terms of shots on goal, 9. So about a 75% rate there. Benedictine just 2 shots on goal, 3 overall. Just 1 corner apiece for both sides. 15 total fouls combined, so a little bit of a physical game. No cards yet. We'll see what happens there as this game winds into the latter stages. About 24 minutes left. And CMU with a comfortable 4-2 lead, but you have to imagine that one more goal would really put this game out of reach. And Garcia, right to Smith, though. And Benedictine just trying to regroup here in this semifinal to see if they can find a goal to cut into this deficit, as well as an equalizer. Lauren Berger will check in for CMU, as will number 25, Samantha Smith, for Benedictine. Smith replaces number 8, Taya Big Knife, and Berger replaces number 7, Suzu Narusawa. Schaup, Heinrichsen, Garcia. Again, good move by Garcia. Good defense by Annie Woken just to send that ball out of play. "11 straight years that either Benedictine or CMU have played in a Hart Tournament Championship. Benedictine with a 5-year run from 2014 to 2018. CMU took the reins in 2019 and has made it to the tournament championship every year since then. Benedictine has not won a championship in terms of the tournament since 2018. CMU regular season champions have not won the tournament since 2022, looking for a season and tournament sweep. And they're well on their way here in this semifinal, but less than 22 minutes remaining here. Again, the other semifinal between Mid-America Nazarene and Missouri Valley will be played later today. That is a 7 o'clock kickoff in nearby Marshall, just down the road. So have to wait to see who the a little bit to see who the other finalists could potentially be. CMU in a good spot here to be the first. Free kick for Munoz at about the 50. Benedictine will need to put together a couple of quick goals, but did it well in the first half, so who's to say they can't do it here in half number 2. We'll get a stoppage in play. Not sure why. Maybe a little bit too much talking between both sides. We'll resume action here as 25 minutes have gone. Ball goes out of play. Be a throw in for CMU. Berger with a running start. Rodriguez, Schaup, Berger. Had Garcia there on the far post. Goes out of play. Again, just very, very high pressure offense from CMU, not allowing Benedictine any breathing room here in the final third. But again, Benedictine's 2 goals came on quick counterattacks, so if you watch soccer enough in Benedictine women's soccer, you know that this game could turn on a dime. Props to Munoz. Intercepted by Messenger. And that's Molly Finley with it down in the far corner. And I think they're going to call, it's going to be a CMU possession. Caroline Schultz set to check in. She will replace number 38, Grace Heeb. And again, Abigail Hunt getting the second half start in goal for CMU, replacing Brooke Assur. And that shot, far left, but again, it's like I said earlier, this game could turn on a dime. Just under 18 minutes left here in half number 2. Number 10, Isabel Agudelo, with a little bit of offensive pressure for Benedictine. And they'll call I'm for a foul, as both Jenna Brower and Mariana Barrett are looking to check back in. Again, both team captains off for a period of time. Free kick for Benedictine at about the 34. Ball cleared out by Central's back line. Corner kick opportunity for Benedictine, just their second on the day. Again, opportunity as a set piece. Ball sent into the box, punched out. Good job by Hunt to get that one cleared out. Again, Hunt don't have her height listed for probably scouting purposes, I would assume, but probably one of the taller goalkeepers. And did a good job just to make her presence known and send that ball out of harm's way. But again, still in CMU's final third. Ball sent in. Be a goal kick. We'll get a stoppage in play as both Brower and Barreto will come on, both team captains. Barreto sends one upfield looking for Rodriguez, cleared by Benedictine. It's Berger up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez with Garcia and Barreto both providing support. Good defense results in a foul on Rodriguez, so quick free kick will be taken by Benedictine as they've just got under 14 minutes left to work with here, trying to score 2 goals to tie this thing up. But again, Benedictine with the counter pressure. Ball still in play down in a scrum. Shot by number 9, Christine Zendarczyk. Deflected, though. That's Eim. I think they'll call Berger for the foul. And again, you can sense the chippiness here as we're in the later stages of this game. Just a little over 11 minutes remaining here in this Hart semifinal matchup. Ball sent in. Again, good snag by Hunt. That free kick had a little bit of power to it. And right in the breadbasket, though, for Abigail Hunt. So free kick by Benedictine. One sent into the box. Headed out. Good defense there, though, by Beatrice Eim. Was looking for Rodriguez. Skirts out of bounds. We'll get 2 more substitutions for Benedictine. That is number 2, Anna Gramad. And number 19, Lucia Smith. Free kick taken by number 6, Madison Casey, at about the 40. Benedictine trails 4-2 here in this Hart semifinal. Ball sent out of play, goes the way of CMU. A little bit of trouble for Abigail Hunt as that ball skirts over her head, and a little bit of trouble there for the sophomore goalkeeper as Benedictine had a couple of forwards there, but was able to almost box out her defender to an extent and hang on to the ball. And Garcia with some space. Sarah Garcia, she's got Rodriguez. Sarah Garcia, just a little too far left for the sophomore. Just eked left past that left post. And that almost was the dagger in this one. But Rodriguez. Great save by Madison Smith. Beatrice I'm with an absolute strike, and Smith goes up with one hand, her right arm, and just taps that over the top of the crossbar. And a very impressive save from the graduate keeper. A set piece opportunity for CMU as we're just at about 6:45 left here in half number 2. Jenna Brower will take this with her right foot. Brower sends this one into the box. Barreto heads it, and again, just a little bit high off the top of the crossbar there. It looked like it went in, but actually skirted down below behind the net, so just maybe a little bit too high. And this score remains the same at 4-2. Again, the last 3 meetings between these two teams have been in Atchison. This is the first meeting in quite a while here in Fayette. Both these teams met in last year's Hart semifinals. With CMU eking out a 4-1 win over the Ravens. Currently lead 4-2 here at the 5.5-minute mark. Munoz sends one into the box. That's I'm with it now. Brower. I'm back to Brower. Ishii. And we'll get a foul, I assume, called on Benedictine. So free kick for CMU for about 29, 28 perhaps. And Munoz, as she has done all afternoon, will take this one. She's already got 2 on free kicks. This one is sent in. Madison Smith ready for it. Didn't quite have enough on that to get any carry into maybe one of those upper corners, but again, CMU may just be okay with trying to hold the ball. But again, quick goals scored by Benedictine in just a 3-minute span, and there's about 4 minutes left here in this one. We'll get a stoppage in play as both Heinrichsen and Narusawa will re-enter. They will replace, Heinrichsen will replace Mocha Ishii, and Narusawa will replace Lauren Berger. Coach Minlin applauding both as they come off. 3:45 left here. Benedictine will have another substitution, number 14, Lizzie Gresh. Lizzie, a senior midfielder. Gresh will come on. She looks to be replacing, let's see if I can get a number. It's number 10, Isabel Agudelo. Barreto gets called for the foul. So free kick for Benedictine, and running out of time here in this Hart semifinal. Just under 3 minutes left. Benedictine needs to work, and they need to work quickly. Ball headed out by Munoz, and I think they might have called a handball there. Either that or just a simple foul. But as a result, CMU will get a free kick. Hunt will get the honor to send this one away. And stoppage in play as we've got an injured Eagle down. And Berger's going to come back on. And the trainer and Coach Schmidlin will come out. I think that's number 8, Sarah Garcia. I can't be for sure, though. I think it is, though, so we'll take a quick break while she's tended to. You're listening to CMU Eagles Women's Soccer here on Urban Edge Network.
Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship.
So it was Garcia, so as a result, Berger will check back in. And we will resume action here. Just under 2 minutes left. CMU on their way to their 7th consecutive Hart Tournament Championship appearance. Yes, you heard that right. 7 straight. And they'll be looking for their first tournament title since 2022. Have been in the final dance the last 2 years, but have both fallen at home. So looking to see what they can do here. That'll be next Wednesday. As Benedictine trying to find any sort of spark here in the final 60 seconds. As the 1 minute countdown is on for CMU in this Hart semifinal matchup. Ball goes the way of Benedictine. I'll try to throw it in quickly here. Again, CMU probably just electing to send this ball way downfield, and that's just what they're going to do. Barreto looking for the corner. And she'll get down there and just do a little bit of time wasting as we're about 20 seconds left. And good job by Barreto to keep that one in play as the 10-second countdown is on for this one. And for the 7th consecutive year, your Central Methodist Eagles will make an appearance in the Hart Tournament title game as they defeat Benedictine College by a final score of 4-2. Goals by Barreto, Munoz, and Ishii. CMU trailed in this match 2-1 at halftime, but 3 goals in the second half, 2 by Munoz, 1 by Ishii, just in a 13-minute span, put CMU over the top, and as a result, Central's going to make another trip to the Hart Tournament title game, and will be looking for their first tournament championship since 2022. And additionally, with today's win, head coach Dan Schmidlin has reached the 250 win plateau as the head coach of the CMU women, and 300 combined during his time as a head soccer coach here at CMU. He coached both men and women during his first 6 seasons at CMU, so got 50 wins coaching the men, and then just eclipsed his 250th win here. So 250th for head coach Dan Schmidlin, 300 overall for the head manager in charge, and what a run he has had here. As that announcement goes up by our PA announcer, Cam Magine. And big time results for Dan Schmidlin as they will get ready to do the bracket board here at about the 25. And again, a valiant effort by Benedictine, but just too much to overcome in the second half as CMU, for the 7th straight year, will head back to the Hart Tournament title game. They will play the winner of Mid-America Nazarene or Missouri Valley College. That game, again, to be played later today at 7 o'clock over in Marshall. So again, CMU, the 1 seed, takes care of business against the 4 seed Benedictine College Ravens. Central will host as the 1 seed. Again, they will take on the winner of Missouri Valley College, who is the 2 seed, or Mid-America Nazarene, the 3 seed. Again, that game being played at 7 o'clock later this evening. So we'll have to wait a little bit of time. But CMU in a familiar spot. So again, that'll likely be a 7 o'clock kickoff here next Wednesday at Davis Field. So quick recap for the folks at home as we wrap this one up. CMU, a dominant effort in terms of offense, especially in the second half. Finished the afternoon with 16 shots, 11 shots on goal. Very efficient shooting percentage. 2 corners, only 1 offsides, 9 fouls committed. Benedictine finishes the afternoon with 6 shots, 3 shots on goal. Had to make 7 saves, had 3 more corner kicks, 9 total fouls. Again, recapping the scoring. Mariano Barreto with the early goal in just the 4th minute of play, followed by consecutive goals from Benedictine in the 22nd and 25th minute to take a 2-1 lead into the locker room at the halftime break. CMU responded nicely, though, in just the opening 2 minutes of the second half as Nerea Munoz converted a signature free kick to tie things up, followed by a goal from Mocha Ishii, her first of her CMU career, in the 51st minute, and then Nerea Munoz put the finishing touches on this one with, yes, you guessed it, another free kick that found the upper right corner of the goal. And just like that, CMU heads back to the Hart Tournament title game for the 7th straight year. CMU improves to 16-1-2 overall. Benedictine drops to 13-5-2. They will wait to see if they have earned an at-large berth into this year's national tournament. So that's going to do it here from Davis Field. Final score, CMU 4, Benedictine 2 here in this Hart semifinal. We will catch you next Wednesday here at Davis Field for the Hart Tournament title game. Appreciate everyone tuning in. For myself, Rachel Moore, appreciate Colby Lester, Lauren Strange, Cam Magine, Chris Link, Oscar Ruiz, everyone on the broadcast helping to make this one possible. That'll be it for today. We'll see you guys next Wednesday here at Davis Field for the Hart title game. You've been listening to CMU Eagles Women's Soccer here on Urban Edge